Everyone here, just starting up a Starcraft 2 Mafia match. This is a public match with a bunch of people I don't know. It's actually, oh god, so many new players, of course. In my case, it's because this is a new bank file because I'm on a new computer. But I have no reason to think that's the case with the 5 other new players. Everyone is commenting about it in chat. New players, GG. And with this many new players, the expectation is that it will perhaps slightly favor the Mafia or Triads. Because, of course, it takes a lot more coordination on the part of the town. It actually takes, generally takes more experience on the part of the town in Mafia to win a game. So if the majority of players in a match are inexperienced, then the likelihood that the Mafia will win increases slightly. Let's choose, must I sign in? I definitely do not usually go for this, but I'm going to go for it this time. Probably the only time I will ever use my YouTube handle as my anonymous handle in Mafia. So if you see a why must I sign in, it is probably not me. Or is that just breadcrumbing? A lot of erratic phrases about strategies. Unfortunately, chat-style Mafia like this generally goes too fast to really pick up on a lot of stuff like that. But breadcrumbing is when you are giving hints about a fake role claim you plan to set up when you are a evil player. Like, you try to make it seem as though you were the doctor when you're really the godfather or something. And so I'm the spy. That means that I have no abilities, but I can hear the Mafia and Triad at night, but it is anonymous. So if the Mafia and Triad are being really lazy, then they might give away who they are not, at least, when they're trying to decide among targets. Because I also get to see who each of the members of the Mafia and Triad visit each night. So if there is a... let's go ahead and check out some of the various roles here. I'm trying to remember what they are called in this version. And here we are going in at night. I'll pull up the help in a minute here. Triad. For Triad is for Triad is for Triad is for... Welcome to the Dick Winkle show. 2 criers. What? Crier saying a bunch of random nonsense. But the Triad continues to say Z. Where is the damn... there's your log. That's what we want. So one thing I'm noticing really quick here is Dorea was going yawn, but the Mafia is going ZZZ. I don't think that's anything. I don't know. It seemed like maybe a tell, but just multiple players pretending to be bored is a big concern. So far, it seems like we might be living through night 1. You never really can tell with these matches. Wow. Them sound effects. A member of the Triad visited Red Lyncher. Hink met in an unfortunate end last night. He was also riddled with bullets at close range. Afterward, he was apparently... what did it say? Yeah, he was a lookout. One of the randomly generated names. Died to numerous chainsaw wounds. He was a silencer. Which, yeah. So Hank was actually hit twice. We lost another crier to a chainsaw. And so it looks like the mass murderer got some violence in. But yeah, two criers and a lookout and a spy. It's a very passive town composition. And the judge has called court, which means that this day is going to be mostly a wash. People spamming to get John Cena. Court suggesting that too. But fortunately, this is a point where it'd be really handy to remember how the various roles function. The judge is a evil role whose goal is to survive and see the town lose. So he doesn't have direct kills, but what he can do is he can speak to the entire town at night and can, during the day, call court, during which time him and the crier have highlighted chat, and then during the court, votes and chat are anonymous. And so he is going to, the spam is going to result in John Cena dying, and he was a bodyguard, so that's of course terrible, because the town is being awful following someone spamming. Generally, if someone is spamming something stupid, no reason given, that is an indication you might not always want to do that thing. The Triad here commenting that the town is doing their work for them in lynching bodyguards, which is really one of the strongest protective roles in the game. So losing John Cena, the bodyguard, in terms of roles was a really big concern. But the Triad is now at this point just as concerned about the mass murderer as they are the town, which does make sense. I mean, the mass murderer performs a killing spree at someone's house each night. Everyone who visits that house will be killed. And so players who, like me, who don't visit anyone, visit themselves, which is double entendres there. And mass murderers cannot be killed at night, and their goal is to be the last person left alive. So the mass murderer is actually a anti-triad role, which means that for the triads to win, they do have to really, generally get a lynch, a town-based vote kill on that role. So here we have Mustache Ride dying from a high-caliber gun, which can be either veteran or oh man, Vigilante, that's the other one. And then we lost another spy. Wait, was that me? Hello? Nope. Wait, why am I Primo? I thought I was. Why must I sign in? How did that happen? Well, I'm confused. Why did my name not go through? I just now noticed that, and I'm kind of at a loss as to what happened there. And so the informant, let's see if we can find that. Yeah, it is a triad role. So the triads have now lost 2 of their members, which means that this is a very rough spot for the for both the town and for the triad. No one is safe right now, especially if something random happens and we get another random lynch. Triad went to kill Emilio Bruno. And Emilio Bruno died. Goodness. Do I need to... Oh, okay, I'm no longer AFK. That's good. Yeah, so they were just killing 2 there. And so, unfortunately, with no save there, nothing really to be done in this situation. So we have a judge who just wants to see the town lose, the mass murderer who has to be the last person alive. So the mass murderer is actually also opposed to judge. So really the judge here is in a weird spot. You know, do they really want more town to die? You know, so far we have lost 4 town, which means that between all the neutrals, and so we're not even going to get a vote because we have no leads, because, I mean, I think that the lookout was 1 investigative. And I really hope, I mean, am I, what? Let's see. Spy is a town power role, so I wasn't the other investigator. I mean, the only hope here is that the other investigator has something. But with the mass murderers here, this is just a very rough spot for pretty much anyone. I mean, I would say 7 is a good chance for the last triad. I don't think I can even last will right now during this cycle of the night. Is it actually, like, how do you even set up the last will anymore? It's been a little while since I've played Mafia. I just kind of popped in this game on a whim. I generally found that Mafia is not really a good way to build intriguing relationships with other people, like, in terms of the metagame. Oh, we lost Daria. So there goes that Foss. And she was, or he was, the witch. And so we lost Worf's dash to... Oh, and there's our other investigative role. So... Well... Knight 2-5 went nowhere. I mean, we've lost one of the neutrals, we've lost 2 triad. What? Yeah, so 5 is... I don't even know what 5 is, but 5 is not a killing roll. Unless... I mean, that was Knight 2, and triad, and... Purple just spamming votes. Purple, one of the first-time players, are trying to be so. Some people think, you know, it's debate. Is it obvious jester, or is it just new player? Alex claiming citizen. Guido and Randy and unnamed. Unnamed hasn't said just about anything. Randy is very talkative right now. And Guido... I don't know. When a simple majority of the people... Why would... What? That's so confusing. There we go. I left the last will. That's my guess. I guess 15 is anti-town. But, I don't even know if that helps at this point, because there's going to be so many deaths right now. Like, we needed to get some sort of development there, but with no investigative and no, you know, strong leads one way or the other, it's, kind of a terrible situation. Yeah, that's not surprising. I mean, why not? Oh, what? Oh, judge. Oh, okay. Interesting crier play. And, Burrito is claiming that 8 is Dragonhead because he's immune to rollblock. And Greedo is Escort. Escort blocks when persons roll at night, canceling their night abilities. You'll be notified if the rollblock fails, and you cannot be rollblocked. Sheeping the only lead. I mean, I don't even... So when a simple majority of the players vote for the same person, that person will be put on trial. So all we're doing is putting Alex on trial right now. Unfortunately, like, there's so many... There's still at least, 1 neutral, and there's 1 killing, and the rest is town. And so we're finally actually getting a trial here. The first trial the entire game. And so this will force Alex to roll claim, producing some sort of opposed roll to the claim that he is the Dragonhead. Where's the Dragonhead? This is the killing roll, cannot be killed at night, cannot be roll blocked, appear to be an inactive citizen with a clean crime record to investigative rolls. A bulletproof vest once, so he's claiming to be a citizen? Exclude citizen is on. Oh, but he could be, I mean... It's the best we have, and so this is going to put us up against the MM. And so Alex might have been a new player that didn't even understand exactly the mechanics of the charge against him. Maybe he needed a lawyer, you know? And he was indeed the Dragonhead. So now it's Town versus MM. This is a rough spot for the MM to be in, but no, I mean, what do I claim here to get the MM to not go for me? I don't know. I feel like the MM might be, you know, going for someone else. Now, so my thought was that it was a unnamed person, because he has really just sat and tried to do nothing this entire game. I mean, I've been pretty quiet. You know, I would not think it was me. But unnamed is claiming to be a investigative, and so I might be wrong on that point. Guido is escort. I'm me. I know that I'm spy. And so, can there still be another investigative? Oh, we have the 2 town randoms. which excludes government. So he was saying he's a detective, I believe? Can you give a crime? No, that would be like sheriff or something, wouldn't it? Randy claims MM. Good claim. I mean, we know there's an MM. There's no neutral left to be Jester. So yeah, that's one way to go out. I'm MM. Kill me, please. GG no we. Well played, Randy Orton. Well played. So yeah, this looked like a beyond lost match going in with 6 inexperienced players, and it seemed like a huge mess when we lost 2 of our investigative roles before we really got any results. But the MM dropping that silencer really helped things. I mean, I think this should be game, unless I've miscounted here somewhere, but Judge and Witch are 2 neutral roles, so there's 3 dead triads, 2 dead neutrals, so this has to be MM. There's no other... Oh, he is deciding how to be executed. Yeah, he's not going to say anything, probably. He's just quit. He doesn't want to play into the most interesting part of the game, which is a prolonged in-game with low investigative roles. Now, it is a pretty rough situation here. But, you know, you just kill the investigators and claim to be something random, you know, like spy. And he was indeed the mass murderer. Of course, there was no real position to... Wait, why is the day ending in 10 seconds? Oh, no, there we are. The game's over. The town has won. Who would have seen it coming? 25 bonus points earned because it was my first win as spy. Woohoo! Points saved. Easy escort win from King. Wild. Wild stuff right there. Well, I hope you all enjoyed watching this very silly game of Mafia. If you enjoyed what you saw, I hope you'll think about subscribing. And I'll hit you all up later. Peace.